Good evening students, welcome to Basic Electrical Lectures and it is class number 4, module 3. So in this lecture we are going to discuss EMF equation of a transformer. This is the syllabus topic. So on that topic the question may come like this. Derive an EMF equation of a single phase transformer. Very important derivation in this single phase transformer in this model. Okay, they can ask maximum 7 marks, minimum they can ask 4 marks. Okay, we can start. See, I written a flux waveform. See, in transformer you cannot write voltage waveform and current waveform because the voltage and current levels continuously varies. What is constant in transformer is flux is constant. Okay, so since we are giving AC supply to the windings, it producing alternating flux. It going to produce alternating magnetic field. See now, let V1, you should start with notations. Let V1 and V2 is equal to, please write down here. Let V1 and V2 is equal to, write down, the primary applied voltage and secondary terminal voltage. Like that you write here. The primary applied voltage and secondary terminal voltage. Okay, finished. Then next, E1 comma E2, write down, primary induced voltage and secondary induced voltage. Primary induced voltage and secondary induced voltage. Then next, I1 comma I2, primary supply current and secondary load current. Primary supply current and secondary load currents. Otherwise, primary and secondary currents you can write. Then N1 and N2, primary turns and secondary turns. Okay, turn, T-U-R-N. Okay, primary turns and secondary turns. Okay, full stop. See, now I written a constant flux waveform. Since the transformer is excited by AC supply, so we are going to produce an alternating flux. Okay, don't write voltage waveform or current waveform here because current and voltage values continuously varies. It won't be constant, but flux will be constant in transformer. See, I written full cycle of magnetic field. So this is one cycle. What is the time period? 1 by F. And this is 3/4 cycle. Okay, 3/4 cycle, that I written 3 by 4F. This is half cycle 1 by 2F, and this is quarter cycle 1 by 4F. See, now we can start. Now according to, write along with me, pause the video, then copy down everything, then start. Now according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Faraday's law of, you write full word. Now according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, the average EMF induced in a turn, is given by, okay, write down like this, EAV is equal to N into d pi by dt. So we have taken N is equal to 1 turn. Okay, this is equation 1. Take N is equal to 1 turn, then it becomes EAV is equal to d pi by dt. Okay, what is d pi? Change in flux. What is dt? Change in time. The rate of change of flux is nothing but d pi by dt. See, now consider quarter cycle. Okay, right here, consider quarter cycle. Okay, therefore, or consider a quarter cycle. During this cycle, the flux changes from, okay, how the flux changes in that quarter cycle? 0 to pi m. Look at here, in this quarter cycle, the flux is changing from how? Minimum to maximum. 0 to pi m, the flux is going to change. Okay, the flux changes from 0 to pi m. For time dt is equal to 1 by 4f. What is the time taken to change this flux from 0 to pi m? 1 by 4f, quarter cycle. So therefore you can write EAV is equal to, see, while writing change in flux while writing, make a note, change in flux while writing, you always write maximum minus minimum. Maximum minus minimum. See, even though it is 0 to pi m, you first write maximum value. What is maximum value? Pi m. Okay, minus what is minimum value? 0. Therefore, d pi value becomes pi m minus 0. So what happens d pi? Pi m minus 0. What is the time taken to change this flux? 1 by 4f. So this becomes pi m by 1 upon 4f. Further this becomes, simplify this, then it becomes 4f pi m. Okay. So now you take this equation number 2. The average EMF induced in one turn is how much? 4f pi m volts. 4f pi m volt. But average value indicates for DC. Now I need to convert average value into RMS value. Why I am converting it to RMS? Because sinusoidal waveform. Because of AC supply, we have to represent the quantities in RMS. So therefore, we have a parameter called form factor, relation between average and RMS value. So what is form factor? The ratio of RMS by average is nothing but form factor. What is the form factor? 1.11. Why 1.11? Sinusoidal waveform. Form factor will be 1.11. Now from this we can write RMS value is equal to 1.11 into average value. See, RMS value I will be writing in capital letters. RMS value I will write in capital letters. So therefore I am writing E is equal to 1.11 into what is average value? EAV. Average value is EAV. Okay, now simplify this. 1.11 into what is average value? 4f pi m volts. 4f pi m volts. Therefore, the EMF equation, the EMF induced in the transformer is given by 4 into 1.11. How much you get? 4.44 f pi m volts. This is EMF induced in a transformer for 1 turn. See, this induced EMF will happen in both primary winding as well as in secondary winding. Okay. Therefore, for primary winding, EMF induced in primary will be 4.44 f pi m. You multiply primary turns. You will get primary induced EMF. Now, how many turns we have taken? N is equal to 1 turn. If I take N is equal to 1 turn, then what you will get? 4.44 f pi. Same equation you will get. But this is default equation. It may be either for primary or secondary. But what I written equation only for primary. So E1 is equal to 4.44 f pi m N1 volts. Okay. Similarly for secondary. We can write E2 is equal to 4.44 f pi m. Now multiply secondary turns. If I multiply secondary turns, you will get EMF induced in secondary. Okay, got it? So, well, before starting, if you written like this, EAV1, okay, EAV1, that indicates primary only. Then finally you will get this equation. Okay. If you not written any suffix here, okay, you will get general equation. EMF induced in 1 turn. It may be primary winding or secondary winding. Okay, that is this one. Later, after this, you write for primary winding, the EMF induced is given by, you should write one sentence here. For primary winding, the EMF induced is given by E1 is equal to 4.44 f pi m n1. You just multiply primary terms. That's it. Similarly here, E2 is equal to 4.44 f pi m n2 for secondary winding. EMF induced in secondary. So this is method 1. This what I written it is method 1. Method 1 means start from here and end here. Okay, derivation completed. You will get maximum 7 marks if they ask 7 marks. Okay. Then method 2. See, method 2 is you can write any one method in exam. Okay, don't write all the methods. Just write any one method in exam. See, method 2 is mathematical derivation. This is graphical representation. So far we got. So we can go for method 2. So if it is method 2 is easy, you write method 2 only in exam. Okay. But for both the methods, you should write notations and waveforms. Okay. See, we know that what is average EMF induced in a turn? How the EMF is induced? According to Lenz law. That's why I am writing minus. E is equal to minus n d pi by dt. We can take EMF induced in, simply take primary. Okay, 1. Therefore, EAV1 is equal to minus n1 d by dt. What is flux? What is flux? Write this equation. Write the instantaneous equation of the flux. Pi m sin omega t. So flux is equal to pi m sin omega t. Now you differentiate to this. EAV1 is equal to minus n1. Okay, take pi m outside. What is d by dt? Differentiation of sin omega t is what? Cos omega t. Differentiation of sin omega t is omega into cos omega t. See, now EAV1 is equal to n1 pi m omega into minus cos omega t. What we can write minus cos omega t? Sin omega t minus 90 degree. So therefore EAV1 is equal to n1 pi m omega into sin omega t minus pi by 2. See, now this represent instantaneous average EMF induced in a winding. Okay, primary winding. Instantaneous equation. What is the standard equation? Okay, EAV1 is equal to EM sin omega t minus pi by 2. That's why, see, with respect to flux, your induced voltage lags the flux by how many degrees? 90 degrees. This is what we got in working principle of transformer. I written phasor diagram there. Okay, got it? Got the reason why the induced EMF lags the flux by 90 degree? Fine. See, now this is the maximum value. If I know maximum value, I can easily find RMS value. Okay. So what type of waveform? Sine waveform. So in sine waveform, ERMS. What is ERMS value for sinusoidal waveform? EM by root 2. Maximum voltage by root 2 is called RMS voltage. Okay. So ERMS, I am writing it as E1. Capital letter I will write. RMS voltage I will write in capital letters. What is EM? What is EM? Compare this equation. What is the maximum voltage? N1 pi m omega divided by root 2. Okay, N1 pi m. What is omega? Angular frequency. 2 pi f divided by root 2. So now take the calculator and do this value. 2 pi divided by root 2. 2 pi divided by root 2. Do it. How much you will get? 4.44 you will get. 4.44 f pi m n1. E1 is equal to 4.44 f pi m n1 later into sine omega t minus pi by 2. So in graphical method we got only this parameter. Okay, EMF induced in primary is what? 4.44 f pi m n1. Same thing we got in earlier method 1. Okay, which one is easy? I hope this is easy. Only one time differentiation, simplification, that's it. Okay, it reduces the time. But before writing this, the average EMF induced in a conductor according to Lenz's law, okay, is given by EAV1 is equal to minus N1 d pi by dt. Same thing I can derive for EAV2 minus N2 by d pi by dt. Everything same. You will get E2 is equal to 4.44 F pi m N2. Why this sin omega t minus pi by 2? With respect to flux, induced voltage lagged by 90 degree. See, I will explain reason for that. We applied voltage to the primary winding. Okay, if the winding is inductive, primary current lags by 90 degree. This current going to produce magnetic flux. Then this flux cut by the winding itself. Okay, and hence EMF will be induced E1. And if the secondary turns more than primary turns, then E2 will be more than E1. See now, E1 equation with respect to flux, E1 is lagging by how many degrees? 90 degrees. That is what we got here. See, E1 lags. What is the reference we taken? Flux. Induced voltage lags the flux by how many degrees? 90 degrees. Got it? If the flux lags by 90 degree, if E1 lags flux by 90 degree, obviously this voltage opposes the applied voltage. This E1 opposition indicates Lenz's law. Minus indicates what? Lenz's law. You will get induced voltage according to Lenz's law only. Okay. Initially, Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction takes place. Later, okay, whatever the flux EMF induced in the coil will opposes the cause producing in it. That is called Lenz's law. Hence we written minus. That minus is nothing but opposite to the applied voltage. Okay, got it? So guys, this completes EMF equation of a transformer. Okay guys, so ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಒಂದೆರಡು ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವೇ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ. ಆ ಥರ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿಗೋಣ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ. That is losses in a transformer. Okay, various losses in a transformer. Bye bye.